Hey everyone! Are you holding onto a 1995 D1 cent USA coin and have no idea what treasure you might be unknowingly keeping? Welcome back to the channel where rare coins turn everyday pocket change into fascinating historical stories, and in some cases, unexpectedly valuable collectibles. So before we begin this deep dive into the incredible story of the 1995 D1 cent coin that has recently shocked collectors and enthusiasts alike with its astonishing value of $108 due to the many mysterious errors and unique features it carries, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more unbelievable coin discoveries that could be sitting in your drawer right now, because this particular penny minted in Denver in 1995 has drawn the attention of numismatists and treasure hunters because of a perfect storm of factors, beginning with the turbulent minting conditions of the mid-1990s when the US Mint was dealing with high production volume, worn dies, and subtle transitional design tweaks that together created the perfect environment for mistakes to occur during the striking process, and one of the most talked about and hunted anomalies on the 1995 D-penny is the rare double die obverse, which in some extremely scarce cases slipped through the mint's strict quality control and reached circulation, leading to a doubling effect most noticeable in the letters of Liberty and the motto, "In God We Trust," on the obverse side of the coin. And while the Philadelphia version of the double die 1995 cent is more widely known, examples from the Denver Mint showing similar characteristics are so rare that even slightly doubled specimens have garnered major attention and fetched high bids from collectors who recognize their rarity and importance. But the intrigue doesn't stop there, as another aspect that boosts the value of certain 1995 D pennies is the presence of off-center strikes, where the coin blank was not properly aligned during striking, resulting in a dramatic visual misalignment that can range from 5% all the way up to 90% off-center, and the more severe the shift while still showing a readable date and mint mark, the more valuable the coin becomes, especially when paired with a crisp, well-preserved surface condition, making such coins not only valuable but visually stunning in a collection. And then there are broad struck errors which occur when the coin is struck without a properly functioning collar die, causing the metal to spread out wider than normal and producing a coin that lacks the standard reeded or raised edge, giving it a flatter, broader appearance that collectors find fascinating due to its rarity and the insight it gives into the minting process. And yet another kind of mistake found on some 1995 D1 cent coins is the die crack, where aging or worn dies develop fractures that then get transferred onto the struck coins as raised lines or distortions, sometimes forming dramatic patterns like lightning bolts across Lincoln's portrait or even extra spikes that seem to emerge from the rim, giving each of these coins a unique fingerprint of minting history and a status as a collectible anomaly, while retained cut errors and die chips further contribute to the pool of variants that collectors prize, as these features indicate not just a mistake but a moment captured in the breakdown of the minting equipment itself, essentially a frozen frame of history that tells a deeper story of the pressures and imperfections behind the coin's creation. And then we come to the unique toning and environmental influences on the metal, where certain 1995 D pennies exhibit vibrant rainbow-like coloration due to chemical reactions over time, which if naturally occurring and not artificially induced can add serious premiums to their value, especially when the coin retains good luster and eye appeal. And all of these factors compound when the coin is found in uncirculated or near mint condition, with full red coloration, no signs of wear, and sharp detailing across Lincoln's profile, the date, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, creating the ultimate trifecta of rarity, condition, and curiosity that drives value sky high. And what truly surprises many is that these coins, despite being from a fairly recent year, are increasingly hard to find in such premium conditions due to years of circulation, mishandling, or environmental damage, which makes pristine examples even more desirable. And this scarcity is compounded by the fact that most people overlook pennies in general, not realizing that even a small minting anomaly could mean a significant difference in value, with one small overlooked die chip or doubling effect turning a 1 cent piece into a $108 collector's dream. And the real kicker is that these valuable varieties are still being discovered today in pocket change, coin rolls, estate sales, and old collections passed down through families, just waiting for someone with a keen eye and a bit of knowledge to spot them and bring their hidden worth into the spotlight. So if you're a collector, enthusiast, or even just someone curious about the value of what's in your coin jar, the 1995 D penny is a great example of how overlooked details can tell an extraordinary story and reveal unexpected value. So take a second look at your collection, learn the signs of key errors like doubling, misalignment, die cracks, and cuts, and who knows, you might be holding a small copper coin worth far more than its face value, a little slice of minting history preserved through imperfection and chance. And as always, Thank you for joining us on this exciting numismatic journey through the mysteries of US coinage. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more amazing stories and hidden treasures that could be hiding right in your pocket, because the journey of discovery has only just begun with this incredible 1995 D1 coin worth $108. Next. Have you ever looked at your spare change and wondered if it could be worth far more than just a cent? What if we told you that a seemingly ordinary 2015 1-cent USA coin might be hiding a small fortune right in plain sight? Welcome to our channel where we dig into the rare, hidden, and surprisingly valuable world of US coins that many overlook every day, and today we're going to take you on an extraordinary journey into the fascinating and shocking history of the 2015 1-cent coin that, despite its face value, has stunned collectors by selling for as much as $83 due to rare errors, oddities, minting mistakes, and unique conditions that transformed a modern penny into a treasure worth seeking. Let's begin with the basics. While the Lincoln 1-cent coin has been minted for over a century, the 2015 edition stands out because of the incredible variety of mistakes discovered in circulation that year, including double dies, off-center strikes, die chips, die breaks, and plating bubbles that collectors feverishly hunt for. A coin as recent as 2015 rarely garners this much attention, but it turns out that during the production run, several batches released by the U.S. Mint, especially from the Philadelphia and Denver mints, were riddled with peculiarities that weren't immediately caught, allowing many error coins to enter circulation, and these mint errors, no matter how slight or extreme, opened the floodgates for numismatists and collectors to scrutinize every cent from that year under magnifying glasses and microscopes in hopes of discovering one of the now legendary flawed pieces, such as the double die obverse where Lincoln's profile, inscriptions like, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty" appear doubled to the naked eye or under light magnification, creating a stunning and unmistakable visual distortion that significantly increases a coin's value depending on severity and clarity. Then there are examples of coins struck off-center, where the design is misaligned so dramatically that parts of Lincoln's head or the memorial shield are either missing or incomplete, creating a visual imbalance that hardcore collectors find irresistibly rare, with the value of such pieces increasing exponentially with the percentage of misalignment and whether or not the coin's date remains visible. Even small errors, like die chips near Lincoln's mouth, often referred to as spitting Lincoln, or cuds formed by die breaks on the rim or field, can push values well beyond the ordinary, especially if found in pristine condition with no wear and clean fields, since these coins were often quickly snatched from circulation by those lucky or observant enough to notice their uniqueness. Adding to their mystique is the occurrence of plating bubbles, a common error in post-1982 zinc-based pennies where gas trapped between the zinc core and the copper plating causes bubbles or blisters on the coin surface that, depending on location and size, can be desirable, particularly if they occur on Lincoln's face or prominent parts of the design. The reason the 2015 1-cent coins stand out among collectors is the sheer variety and frequency of these mistakes in both circulated and uncirculated sets, with several MS-graded specimens fetching well above average prices at auctions, especially if they exhibit multiple error types or are in mint state red, MS, 65 or higher, a color designation that indicates full original copper brilliance, untouched by oxidation. Another key factor in the rising value of certain 2015 pennies is die deterioration doubling, often confused with true hub doubling but still collected by error enthusiasts due to the dramatic ghosting or shadow effects it produces around lettering and design elements, adding visual intrigue and collectible desirability. It's also worth noting that some collectors have reported transitional planchet errors, in which coins were allegedly struck on leftover blanks from previous years or different denominations, creating wild and rare mismatches that fetch astounding prices, though such examples are extremely rare and often debated among experts regarding authenticity. Still, even without dramatic anomalies, condition plays a critical role, and coins found in original bank rolls or government-issued mint sets are prime candidates for valuable finds, particularly when untouched or preserved in airtight holders, where surface luster, strike quality, and lack of contact marks contribute to premium valuations. For example, a regular 2015 cent in circulation might only be worth face value, but a mint state example with a clear die crack through Lincoln's temple or a doubled Liberty inscription could be valued at $50 to $80 or more, especially if certified by top grading companies like PCGS or NGC, whose slabs validate authenticity and preserve quality for resale, auction, or long-term investment. Moreover, As time passes and these error coins become more widely recognized and fewer remain in unsearched rolls, their scarcity and allure will likely increase, making now the perfect time to hunt through your pocket change, check those penny jars, or even search local bank rolls for hidden treasures that others have missed. Coin hunting has never been more exciting, and this humble 2015 1-cent coin is proof that even in modern minting, surprises and mistakes slip through the cracks, creating new legends in numismatic history and turning everyday money into unexpected windfalls. So whether you're a beginner just starting your coin collecting journey or an experienced numismatist with a trained eye, don't underestimate the 2015 penny. Its potential lies in its imperfections, and those imperfections have made ordinary cents into extraordinary finds, with values rising as high as $83 in sales and trades among collectors who understand the importance of rarity, error clarity, and market timing. As more people learn about these error types, whether it be broad strikes, struck-through grease errors that leave parts of the design missing, or even reverse lamination errors that create ghost-like patches on the memorial shield, the competition for high-grade examples only intensifies, and that means coins once considered common are now commanding premium interest and spotlight status across forums, auctions, and YouTube channels like ours, where knowledge, timing, and a keen eye can make all the difference between 1 cent and a small treasure. So next time you're handed change at the store or you come across a pile of coins at home, don't just pass them by, examine every 2015 cent carefully, because you could be staring at a piece of modern coin history, and your curiosity might just lead you to a discovery worth far more than you expected. And before you leave this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss our updates on rare coins, valuable errors, and hidden treasures waiting to be discovered, because sometimes 1 cent can be worth $83 and a whole lot more in the world of numismatics. Last. Today's incredible find revolves around an unassuming yet astonishing 2011 1-cent USA coin that, despite its humble face value of a single cent, has captured the attention of collectors and enthusiasts across the globe by fetching prices as high as $65 due to an array of rare and curious mint errors, striking mistakes, and distinctive features that elevate this modern penny to the realm of valuable collectibles. And in this episode, we're going to deep dive into all the reasons why this specific coin, minted in recent history and often dismissed as ordinary, is making waves in numismatic circles, breaking expectations, and opening up new opportunities for coin hunters to score big by identifying rare variants. So make sure you stay locked in as we uncover every known error, anomaly, and peculiar trait that contributes to this coin's rising reputation and surprising worth, because the story of the 2011 penny is not just about one error or one spectacular coin, it's about a pattern of overlooked production mishaps, the complexity of modern minting machinery, and the persistent curiosity of collectors who know how to spot diamonds in the rough. Starting with the basics that define this coin, the 2011 1-cent coin features the Union Shield reverse design, introduced in 2010, and the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, and it was minted in large numbers at both the Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark, and the Denver Mint, marked with a D, composed of a zinc core with copper plating, a standard for cents since 1982, but despite mass production, numerous errors managed to escape quality control, and that's where things get fascinating, because although the US Mint strives for perfection, it's in the imperfections that value hides, and among the most widely discussed 2011 penny errors are the double die varieties, specifically double die obverse, where inscriptions like Liberty, Indiana God We Trust, and the date itself appear with clear shadowing or separation under magnification, creating a visually striking duplication effect that attracts seasoned collectors. And when these doubling effects are prominent and visible even with a basic magnifying glass, their market value shoots up dramatically, with verified double die errors from 2011 selling at premium prices, especially in mint state red condition. But that's just scratching the surface, because another significant category includes off-center strikes, in which the coin is not properly aligned with the dies during striking, resulting in a partial image where a portion of Lincoln's face or the Union Shield is missing while the rest is shifted to one side, and depending on how much of the design is missing, the coin's appeal and rarity increase, especially if the date remains fully visible, making it both identifiable and desirable to error coin collectors. And let's not forget about broad strike errors, which occur when the retaining collar fails during the strike, allowing the metal to expand outward beyond its usual boundaries, creating a coin that appears wider and flatter than normal without the usual raised rim. These broad-struck 2011 cents are rare, and when found in excellent condition, they too can command prices in the $30 to $65 range depending on sharpness of detail and level of preservation. And die cracks also play a crucial role in pushing certain 2011 pennies into valuable territory, often appearing as raised lines across Lincoln's head or across the fields of the coin, caused by wear and tear on the dies themselves, and when these cracks are especially dramatic, they're referred to as retained cuds or full cuds, chunks of the die that have broken off, leaving a major blob of raised metal on the coin surface, particularly along the rim, and such major cuds are always eye-catching, rare, and considered prime finds, and while small die chips are relatively common, those in unusual spots such as Lincoln's eye, mouth, or the folds of the shield are often given nicknames like Spitting Lincoln or Drooling Lincoln, and these creative identifiers can increase collector interest and price, especially when combined with clean surfaces and sharp strike details, and plating errors are also among the most fascinating attributes contributing to the unexpected value of 2011 pennies, particularly plating blisters caused by gas trap between the zinc core and the thin copper plating, which results in raised bubbles on the coin's surface, and while some may see them as flaws, collectors view them as unique mint errors, and large, well-placed bubbles, especially on Lincoln's portrait or near inscriptions, tend to boost desirability and pricing, and other zinc-based flaws include peeling or lamination errors, where parts of the copper plating flake away or fail to adhere properly, exposing the silver-colored zinc underneath, and depending on size, placement, and visibility of the underlying layers, these coins can climb in value significantly, especially when untouched by post-mint damage and preserved in as-found condition, and one extremely rare and mysterious type of error involves coins being struck on foreign planchets or mismatched blanks, which occasionally occurs when leftover metal blanks from other denominations or countries get mixed into the presses, and though very uncommon, a 2011 penny struck on a dime planchet or even a foreign coin planchet would be an extraordinary and highly valuable find, with auction results sometimes exceeding several $100s for clear, authenticated examples. And another fascinating area includes strike-through errors, where debris, grease, or other foreign materials come between the die and the blank during the minting process, leading to areas of missing design or a ghosted appearance that can often look eerie and mysterious, and these too are highly sought after, especially when the strike-through affects major design areas like Lincoln's face or the shield, leading to unique and unrepeatable visuals that elevate even a modern coin's value dramatically. And with all of these error types combined, doubled dies, off-center strikes, broad strikes, cuds, die chips, plating issues, lamination flaws, foreign planchet strikes, and strike-throughs, the possibility of uncovering a valuable 2011 cent has turned what once seemed like a mundane pocket change coin into a legitimate target for collectors, resellers, and numismatists alike, and values continue to rise as more people become aware of these variants, causing a tightening market for high-quality specimens, especially those certified by trusted grading services like PCGS and NGC, which encapsulate and authenticate the coin's condition and errors, giving confidence to buyers and often commanding a premium over raw ungraded coins. And it's not just the dramatic errors that fetch interest. Coins in mint state condition with full red coloration and zero wear are also climbing in value slowly as collectors look to complete date runs or search for the highest possible grades, and population reports from grading companies show that the number of MS 67 or higher 2011 cents is limited, making them highly desirable even without major errors. And when a coin combines both an error and high grade, the value can jump drastically, making $65 seem modest compared to what rare examples might bring in the future as awareness and demand continue to increase. And while some might question the logic behind paying so much for a modern penny, the reality is that the thrill of discovery, the uniqueness of each error, and the limited nature of such finds make the 2011 penny a compelling and exciting addition to any collection. And whether you're roll hunting, sorting through pocket change, or browsing local coin shops and shows, keeping an eye out for these traits could lead you to a valuable piece hiding in plain sight. So don't overlook this fascinating year in US cent production, because every minting mishap tells a story, and that story could turn your ordinary 1 cent into something extraordinary. And with values already touching $65 for error-rich and pristine examples, the upward trend is clear, and the hunt is on. So start searching today and see what treasures you might discover from this seemingly modern yet remarkably collectible year in American numismatics. And if you've enjoyed this deep dive into the world of coin errors, unexpected value, and the history hidden in your pocket, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the bell so you never miss our next episode about the coins that surprise, inspire, and occasionally reward those who look just a little closer.